Hello everyone, it's Armstrong here from Ada Miniatures, and today I want to show you what I've been working on for the last couple of days. So this is my take on Heavy Intercessor, and I have to straight away throw disclaimer here. I am very heavily inspired by Micos from Micos Gangang style. I don't know how to exactly say the name of his Facebook page, but basically the front of this weapon in here is extremely heavy, inspired by him. He have one on his web page. I think it was a picture from like 2013, and generally this entire guy is just inspired by him. But you know, he was working on a Space Marines. I'm working on a Primaris, yeah. So he's, to be completely honest, if you really want to see a masterclass, you need to go and look at his job, because this is just a pale imitation. But I want to talk about this, how I approach this, because it's a bit different story. So I use a lot of plastic art. Like, I really like to work with plastic art. And for example, this backpack is just a plastic art sprue glued together, the Games Workshop sprue glued together, and then, you know, just curved. And in here you can see that there is a spacer there that separates this from the backpack, because I've cut off the front and I wanted to apply it in here, but then I decided to go for the plasma backpack from the Hellblasters, and you know, I just added this instead. Then I have to as well put some spacers on the vents, how you can see in there, because they wasn't actually visible from under the backpack, so I separated them further. And I added in here some plastic art strips just to try to differentiate, just make, you know, some more interesting shape. I tried the cogwheel pattern that he is doing on his shoulder pads, but it's just standing out as studs in here. I used too thick plastic art, and this is a criticism of this model. And then I tried to do again something that I saw on his pictures. We have this kind of a cut-in helmet. And you know, I tried that and I put some pieces of plastic art, but right now it is very badly visible. It doesn't really work well. It's just, you know, it's just flat pieces of plastic art here, everything bended there, and you know, so much better done than this piece. As well, like, this is, like I said, I was trying to do carbon copy of his guy, but of course I failed miserably in plenty places. In here you have just bent, well, this is a piece of pipe that I opened, and you know, just added 2 hexes on the side just to get rid of the complete flatness of the chest piece. And I use a plasma gun from the Hellblasters. I cut it to bits, put some plastic art inside, cut out the attachment point for the wire and glue it here. Then attach everything together. Surprisingly, I didn't have to bend the wire too much, it just, you know, kind of fits in. And I throw as well a cartridge with the batteries in, just to have some more interest. Then, you know, on the back I have a handle for holding it while shooting, and I put some rods in here. Then the fingers, the legs, I just use a couple of pieces of what do you call it now, sprue to just cut the fingers. And then I was just trying to figure out how to make the chassis for them. So I have this hub rod in here, and then pieces of other rods, and 3 slices of different size of rods to make kind of a digits. In here I just put a straight rod and on top of that I just glue a tiny pieces of a pipe that I cut in half and just slide it on top. And of course, what it would be if I didn't have a 3D printed piece. I was looking for nice hand for him. I couldn't find anything better, so I just grabbed a 3D printed piece and just put it there. I needed to do a little bit of green stuffing, but I'm actually happy how close to the original this guy looks. He isn't as good as the original, but I'm still happy with this one. And jumping off that idea, I decided to try something else. I was looking at this gun that I made before, and I was like, I can make something different. Again, I think that I saw that on one of the forums. Similarly looking weapon. I just throw the the Games Workshop sprue in here on the top and the bottom, then some pipes, just making the coil kind of weapon. A chest piece. I'm removing a lot of the eagles lately from the chest pieces, so again the same story. And this guy is just work in progress. I use a Necron blaster as a base, so I didn't even bother with removing the hands. I just left the Necron hands in. Come on, focus better. And you can see in here how this is just pieces of plastic card. I haven't actually put any pipes on top of it. And in here just make some sort of mechanical leg. I didn't, like usually I just cut off the leg or arm and I put the mechanical leg, or I scratch built plastic card mechanical leg. But this time around I just decided to leave the front piece of the armor so it's look normally from the front, but on the back just put some sort of a servos, pistols, I don't know what. As well, I just put this kind of a piece of pipe on the front. I don't know what this is supposed to be, but it just add the interest to the front of the leg. Yeah, and to represent again the scrap build and different legions in my army, I throw the shoulder pads. This guy's still gonna have to have a backpack and some sort of power source for the giant las gun that he have in here. But as you can see, I'm continuing with putting whenever I have open head leg in here, because I used a this is a Grey Knight head, I think. I throw a helmet on his belt, because I still think that Space Marines wouldn't just drop their helmets and go to battle bareheaded. Yeah, so when they are bareheaded, I assume that the helmets are going on their belts somehow. Yeah, I assume that they figure it out in the future. But that's it for today. I will keep you updated with my army progress. So thank you very much for watching, and if you like it, like, comment and subscribe, and have a lovely day. And again, kudos to Miko. It was his idea first to build this like that. I'm just copying master. Have a good day.